Today, I'm going to show you guys a deck that I feel absolutely dirty showing you, which is why I feel like I have to, cover myself because the shame is just way too good. Because remember when I told you guys that I maybe was posting my top 5 lists a little bit soon? Well, it turns out that I was, because this deck is taking over as the most powerful deck for Paladin in Showdown and the Badlands, and it's all thanks to the card named Showdown. But it's not really because of Showdown. No. It's actually because of Sea Giant. And now that you've seen these two cards back to back, it 100% makes sense why this might be one of the best deck in the game right now, is because the Showdown literally discounts Sea Giant by 6 mana. That is an insane amount of value all in 2 cards, and if your opponent literally has any minions on the field, you are essentially able to play double Sea Giant thanks to Order in the Court very consistently, to where every single deck that is on the ladder right now might either need a way of dealing with 8/8s or playing a little bit more control, because if this comes down and you do not have an answer, you will simply lose. And the rest of the deck is still a bunch of good cards that Paladin is known for. We still got Boogie Downs, we've got a bunch of recruit value with the Buffet Biggin, we've got Crusader Oranor to end games, but another key card that does play into winning games is actually Prismatic Beam, because sometimes this card can just be an easy lethal from hand, because Paladin doesn't have that many ways of dealing damage from hand. But Prismatic Beam is also a fantastic board clear that helps you keep up your own board. And you also have Showdown for 2 mana to discount this by 3 mana. Nuts value right there, right? Like, it's just absolutely insane. For 6 mana, you can essentially deal 3 damage to the entire board, and that's not even including if your opponent doesn't have a board. But sometimes being able to play Showdown into the Prismatic Beam is what you want to do, because you want to develop tempo in order to make your Crusader Aura absolutely win games. And by the way, since this card is being showcased, I can also use this opportunity to say, I hate cards like this. I absolutely despise cards where it's like, I'm gonna play this card by turn 4, and I'm gonna win the game unless you clear my board. I think this gets a lot of hate, but it's very justified, because I just do not like this style of play, to where you essentially have a pseudo Bloodlust available for 3 turns, and it's only 4 mana. Why does Paladin get to have all these really nutty cards? I just will never understand this. But yeah, now that I've complained about the one part of the deck I really don't like, one part of the deck that I want to praise is using Order in the Court in order to draw the only neutral minions in the deck, so that way the Countess actually has potential to see play in this deck, because the Sea Giants are the only neutral minion. And this is one thing that I love about Hearthstone deck building, is that sometimes, even if you have a card that says no neutrals or no duplicates, sometimes you can go against certain restrictions and actually use them to your advantage, because imagine trying to play this deck without the double Sea Giant combo, when you can play 16/16 in stats for 0 mana and still have the payoff that pure Paladin is known for. So now that we've talked about this deck, let's see if there's any stats on HS Replay that really help contextualize just how powerful Showdown really is. And it's already a good sign when you see that Paladin is sitting at a 57% win rate. Imagine if this somehow goes to 60%. We might finally have some meaningful Paladin nerfs for the first time in Hearthstone history, because it feels like this class is just always on top. But we still have 41,000 games? Okay, let's change that up a little bit. Okay, so since the Badlands has come out, we have had 72,000 pure Paladin games. People do not want to give up on this deck, and even with 72,000 games, it still has a 62% win rate. But what happens when we take a look at the new list? It has a 60% with 7,600 games since the Showdown of the Badlands has come out. And let's take a look at what the powerhouse cards actually are. Oh, look at that. It is Showdown at the top with the best mulligan win rate, even though it doesn't have the highest kept win rate. The best drawn win rate, still Showdown. The best played win rate, Showdown's number 2 right after Crusader Aura, which makes sense because this card really does carry some of the wins, as well as Sea Giant being on the top. So the cards that you want to keep in your mulligan are going to be Showdown, the Soldier, Buffet Biggin is apparently a pretty good card to keep, but that makes sense if you're playing a bunch of minions, especially if you have a turn 3 muster for battle. I don't think Prismatic Beam is that good to keep, so I would never keep that card. And it's actually kind of insane to see a card like Boogie Down go down down to damn near in the middle of the list where it's just an average card according to stats, but his kept win rate is still probably the highest because this card is just good to throw out in order to thin out your deck. But the stats really do speak on how powerful Showdown and the Sea Giant really are when even their mulligan win rates are higher than Boogie Down of all cards. I don't think you're supposed to keep Order in the Court, and it looks like the stats are saying that's like the worst card to be keeping. The played win rate's pretty bad, the drawn win rate is pretty bad, the mulligan win rate, it literally doesn't go away from number 3, but it is still somewhat important to have this card at the right time, depending on how many minions you can actually summon. So I would actually make the argument that the only time that you want to keep this card is when you have the Showdown ready to go in your hand, and maybe you have like a muster for battle or another way of generating minions. But overall, I wanted to be able to showcase this deck in its entirety, even though I just now realized that I've recorded over some of these, but I was still able to show you guys what's going on, so I'm just going to keep it. But regardless, the stats on this deck really do speak for themselves, and it is really impressive to see a deck like this emerge out of nowhere, considering that some people in the Paladin community would just rather play pure Paladin till they die. And this is going to be another moment that I'm going to speak directly to Blizzard. Something is probably going to need to happen. I don't want to go so far as to say that Paladin 100% needs a nerf, because I want the meta to develop before we call for anything, but I want to use this opportunity to say that I am not a fan of pure Paladin because it has just been the go-to Paladin deck for almost 3 expansions now. Since the Countess has come out, pure Paladin has been a problem in my eyes, especially when they buffed it, but there needs to be something that is probably going to happen in the future, because these stats are absolutely ridiculous to where the second most powerful deck, or the second most popular deck for Paladin, it's barely even 10% of the games played. Like it's a little bit more than 10%. But if we look in the past 7 days, Aggro Paladin, still 77,000 games with this list. The past 3 days, 55,000. Something might need to happen to this deck because Showdown Paladin really does feel like it's better than pure Paladin. Maybe just hasn't had enough time in the spotlight, but man, am I sick and tired of pure Paladin being the go-to Paladin deck, because I like to play, you know, control Paladin and stuff like that. But one of these days, I really hope there will be a better deck than pure Paladin, because it's really annoying to see this deck rule for so long, and it's not just because of Countess, it could also be because of Garden's Grace. But for the love of God, Blizzard, please give us another Paladin strategy that isn't just vomiting a bunch of stats by turn 4. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. We've also got a Patreon that's available in case you guys want to get coaching, deck optimizations, or shout outs in future videos. So go ahead and check out the description for all of that information. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. All right. Snake has been nerfed. Snake has been nerfed, rightfully so. However, the question is, what is going to be the new deck that everyone complains about? And I think it actually might be this Paladin deck, because there's already people complaining about Paladin. I am one of those people. I am always complaining about Paladin. I do not like how easy Paladin is to play. So we're going to play some new Paladin. Apparently this is a new version of the deck with giants. Who doesn't like playing some giant minions? Yo, what's going on, Foxy? Good to see you on the stream again. Hope things are going all right. There we go. All right, now we're ready to go. Now we're gonna win some games. I imagine that the Hunter matchup is going to be one of our hardest matchups. However, what? Why is there a Mermy in a Paladin deck? What the hell? Oh, all right. I am not here to judge. I am here to game. All right, I am here to play games and gain ranks. Seeing what I can't do here, man. All right, so the only reason why I'm even playing this deck is because of Sea Giants. If there wasn't Sea Giants in this deck, I would not be playing it. Okay, so if I do, oh wait, what the Rancher? Rancher? What? Why Rancher? Why is there a Rancher in this deck? Guys, someone please explain this to me. Why is there a Rancher? I am very confused right now. Yo, what's going on, Goomba? Good to see you, man. What's going on, Vasia? Macy would be proud. I'm in leather. Pleasure always. Things are all right. Getting ready for the shows I got tonight. I know you guys are playing at the Tonic Ball. What other shows are going on? I'm working on some D&D. D&D's no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. At least I should be. But for some reason, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Okay, so this with these actually seems really good going into the next turn. So I can knock this out, These minions are alive. This looks like it's the same Hunter deck, but maybe this is Highlander Hunter? Maybe that's what's going on here? I'm gonna post some pics of my map. Yeah, man, put it in the Discord. I'll check them out when I can. I'm jamming at Longshot down the road tonight, and tomorrow night, then Rascaller tomorrow. Well, you're playing the Rascaller tomorrow? Dude, how'd you land that gig? I thought the Rascaller would be really good for the Indigos to play. I think it'd be a good venue for us. All right, well, we got this into all of these now. All right, not bad. Roll the best weed because I got it going on. Oh yeah, did you guys hear that that Snoop Dogg is giving up smoke? That is his, those are his words. Apparently Snoop Dogg is no longer gonna be smoking weed. Come hang and wear the bucket hat. Tomorrow I actually might be able to make an appearance because I gotta go down to Greenwood tomorrow. I gotta get some laundry done, pick up the rest of my stuff from my aunt's house, and then I might have some free time afterwards. Okay, what the fuck is this deck? What is even going on here? I'm so confused. I mean, okay, so do I play Giant or do I feel like this has to be a play Giant turn. The only thing that kind of sucks is that I have to get rid of all my minions, but it works out. The freaking lifesteal, dude. What is even happening here? What is even happening here? Murlocular, Rancher, Buzzards. He played the Gargan already. 8 to 11 at the Rascaller, and oh my god, so you're playing from 8 to 11, they have a past midnight show? God damn. Ooh, this with the aura is actually really good. Another prismatic beam. So we can just do this and just pressure damage here. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see why this deck is nuts. Starting to see why this deck is nuts, man. Sea Giant's good again. Yo, what's going on, Matt? Good to see you. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're having a fantastic day as long as we win. So far, I think that the Forge mechanic is not worth playing currently. I mean, I still think that, like, Forge and Warrior is fine, and Forge and Mage is probably okay. But, like, Hunter apparently doesn't care too much about Forging. Oh, shit. Damn, that's actually effective. At the same time, we have this. Oh my god, we can play two of them now. Wait, no, because we clear. Wait. Is this lethal? Do this, play this, then this? Is that enough to win? He gets 2 minions left over. Technically don't even need to do this, but I'm gonna do this to send a message. Alright, that was massive. That was massive. Very first game with this. Like, Excavate and Mage might be better than people give it credit. And I actually have a Highlander Mage that I'm gonna be trying. But as of right now, it really does seem that, like, you need in-hand damage. Like, this is a very weird metagame right now. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, personally. Alrighty. So now, going up against a Death Knight. We've got the Prismatic Beam, but we just have the 1-drop start. The expansion is bad, like, really underpowered. I don't think it's necessarily underpowered, because there's definitely good cards of this expansion. But the biggest question is whether or not, new archetypes are going to be able to flourish. And I don't necessarily think it's because the cards are weak, so to speak. It's just there are certain metas there's certain decks that do really well right now. Decks that initiate onto the board and try to end games quickly seem to be the best right now. And when you have an aggressive meta, new keywords and new archetypes can sometimes have issues thriving. Versus when you have a control meta or you have like a combo meta, you might be able to have a little bit more influence on what sees play and what doesn't. But I think overall, like, it's too early to say whether or not the expansion is overwhelming or underwhelming or anything like that. Alright, so what do we got here? Can trade here, go wide, play this, actually. Yeah, let's get some card draw here. Get some card draw here. I think the most important question, is it fun? I actually don't even have an answer to that question yet. I am not sure if I think this is a fun expansion, if I think this is a good expansion. I'm still, like, kind of on the fence. I think it's mostly due to the fact that, I'm not sure what archetype I really want to play yet. And I've been playing a lot of archetypes, but I have not really been exploring a lot of Highlander decks. So Highlander decks are, are probably going to be how I experience and actually have fun with this expansion. Okay, so this is kind of annoying. Might as well just go full in. We'll knock this out, and now we have the aura plus the beams if he goes wide. Beams actually seem like a really good card, though. The buff Dragon Druid is the best outcome of this expansion. I mean, I think that buff Dragon Druid is definitely good and powerful. But the Gorgon, like, Cleave Hunter is also really good. It's, like, ridiculously good. And it kind of makes me upset with how good it actually is. Alright, so we'll just keep pressuring. We can maybe win with, like, a Crusader Aura and a Beam turn. The Divine Shield is super important here, though. If he has another AoE, this is kind of unfortunate, but I think we're fine. Currently, I'm hopping for nerfs so I can have more dust to craft some stuff. Is that the reason why everyone's begging for nerfs all the time? They just want to nerf. They just want to nerf stuff. They just want the nerf stuff so that way they have more dust in order to play more things. Right? Is that what's going on here? Sounds about right. That sounds like Hearthstone players. Okay, so guess I have to do it this way. We're still pressuring a lot. Like, we don't need to play the Crusader Aura, but it just sucks to see both copies in my hand right now. I feel like it seems strange for them to release Highlander into a meta that already has a counter into it, like Plague DK. All right, I'm gonna make this point a lot. You want to know the last time that Highlander was pushed? We had Bomb Warrior. Did Bomb Warrior stop Highlander decks from existing? Absolutely not. No, it did not. It was harder for those decks to thrive every now and again, but it wasn't impossible for those decks to be a thing. So, like, I really don't think that just because this deck exists means that we can't have, that means that we can't have Highlander. I think it's absolutely fine. And maybe Plague DK gets a little bit better because Highlander exists. Maybe. But I still don't think it's the end-all be-all to Highlander. Like, it may feel like the counter, but you still have, like, your deck. You just don't have your Reno payoff. Only one card essentially gets knocked offline, right? The rest of your deck is still playable. The rest of your deck can still develop tempo and put your opponent in a very awkward position. And there is always Steam Cleaner. So if you really are annoyed by it, you do have ways of dealing with it. Okay, hold on a second.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Wayo.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Alright, that's a pretty good turn, all things considered. Dude, this deck just doesn't get off the board. I'm so... Oh my god, no. Okay, yes. Thank you. You dealt 4 damage to your health. The 7 mana, draw 1, gain 1. That's pretty much what just happened here. Oh my god. Yeah, poor Plague DK, dude. Okay, yeah, maybe this deck is kind of nuts. Hunter always does well against bad decks at the beginning of the expansion. Yes, but it looks like Hunter legitimately has a insanely good deck. Okay, how do you get this portrait? You know me, guys. I don't like Hearthstone portraits half the time. But I like this portrait. It looks really cool. Anything that showcases Frostmourne, I'm all for it. But yeah, Paladin doing pretty good. Yeah, it's a very sexy skin. I agree. Like, that should be the 1,000 win portrait for Death Knight. That's a level 100 portrait. How is someone already level 100? What? How is that even possible? I guess I'm fine with him clearing this, right? Like, we got Boogie down on 3, and then on turn 4, we have Matron into Coin Muster. So that seems pretty good by itself. That's the skin you should get. I've been having success with Naga Priest and buff Rainbow Death Knight. At what rank are you having success with Death Knight? Because I don't know if my poor heart can take the bait. Because I tried playing Death Knight, but I'm not really sure. Still no fixed patch? No, I'm pretty sure the patch has gone through if you're talking about Snake. Snake definitely feels like it's been patched. Because I have not run into Warlocks.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Take a shot every single time a Paladin has Boogie down on 3. And the diamond ranks? Alright. Well, I would be curious to see your hand buff Death Knight deck. Maybe I can make my own that's somewhat similar, but I imagine you're just running Harmonic Metal, Swarm Guard, Gnome Muncher. Oh, it's in the Discord? You can take a look here. Oh my god, there are so many freaking decks here. I haven't checked it since yesterday, and oh my god, there are a lot of people talking about decks. Let's see here. Yeah, the Elise deck viewer is really OP. I'm glad that I added this into the Discord. Okay, I think I just found it. Alright, so we'll leave this alive for now. I already got the value that I needed from it. I'll keep the Divine Shield so that way it's harder to deal with the minions. So Runes of Darkness, Tour Guide, Defrost, Miner, Mosh Pit, Baron, Crop Rotation, Harmonic Metal, Reap What You Sow, Malignant Horror, Mom Paw, Swarm Guard, Skeleton Crew, Gnome Muncher, Frost Queen, Syndragosa, Primus, Climactic Necrotic Explosion, and Resta. I don't like the Queen, honestly. I don't like Frost Queen in this deck. I don't really feel like it adds much. Wait, how much mana is Sea Giant? 5 goes to 5 mana. So doing this actually isn't that good right now. But we could draw into Countess on turn 7 or Prismatic Beam. Is that a reason to just do this and go wide? Part of me just wants to play Crusader's Aura. Maybe I should have played Crusader's Aura and then gone for the Blood Matron Liadrin. Okay, this is a little bit of a predicament here. The big issue, though, if he adds another Plague into my deck, then I actually don't get the Countess. So I should save this for a double Sea Giant turn. Okay. We'll just push here. We'll just push. If he goes wide, we have the answer for it, right? Like, he has to clear these minions. Going for Sea Giant just doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Pop quiz. Top 5 Rumble PvP decks. Go. Oh, God. Okay, so Baron Swarm with skeletons. Rend Blackhand probably is really good right now with dragons. I don't know about Dragaseth, but Dragaseth might be pretty good. I've been having a lot of success with that. There's got to be a Tyrion comp that's really good. So, Baron, Tyrion, Rend, Blackhand. I want to say there's a good Sneeds build, but I'm not too sure about that either. Maybe it is Baron, Tyrion, Rend, Dragaseth, and then I want to say maybe Sylvanas or Sneeds. Maybe. I mean, Celestial has really got me here. I need to make a top 5 Rumble video. I've been waiting on that. But Celestial, if you want a Dragaseth build, you should check out what I just posted on Twitter yesterday. I feel like it's actually like a really good deck. Okay, so we just gotta clear and then set up board. Knock this out. Yeah, let's just do this. Dealing damage. Straight into here. I take a bit of damage, but now we got these. We can start pressuring with I mean, hold on a minute. How good is this actually? He's got all the removal though. Having both of the staffs is really good. The Remorseless Winter was absolutely insane. Why would we do this? Oh, that's why he did that. He's getting the 3-drop, or the 2-drop for free. It's actually not that good, but it's still something. Alright, so I still don't have Sea Giants playable. Double Order in the Court. I could actually draw into the Countess, potentially. It's either that or I get the Beam. This is not good. This is not good, but it's the play that I have to make. So I get the— oh my god, I didn't get the Countess! Ah! It's not fair. It's not fair, dude. I did this for 1 card and I didn't even get the 1 card. Where do I put this? The deck code? Yeah, copy into Hearthstone. I don't play Drac. I'm currently on Sylvanas, Grom, and Hogger. Those are my top 3 PvP. Tyrion is a little behind that. You should play a lot of Tyrion then. Like, Tyrion with Shaman and like one other like tank, almost impossible to kill. Because then the Shaman and the Tyrion take care of each other. Wait. Oh, I should have hero powered. Okay, okay. Never mind. I'm glad I didn't draw the Countess. Tyrion, I play Unstoppable Deathball, Core Hounds, Tyrion, Shaman, and Ghoul. Yeah, that probably is the way to go. I'm not 100% sold on Core Hounds yet because I haven't tested it. but it looks like it's a way to win. Okay, so now, does he shoot the prison? Does the prison get played? Because I'm 1 damage off lethal right now. I can find it with muster. Oh. Oh. I was about to ask many a question. Why would you not return the 8/8 to my hand? But now it all makes sense. Okay, well I have to YOLO it. I don't know what, but let's find it. Behemoth. Wait a minute, Behemoth. Okay. Still scamming. Oh. Ah, at least I got a minion I could kill. At least I got a minion I could. This shows me a warrior deck. Naga Priest. I don't know about Naga Priest personally. I am not sold on Naga Priest personally. I feel like it's very underwhelming. Okay, I'm not dying here, am I? He needs 10 damage somehow. He hasn't even shot the prison. That could have gone face, but he didn't. So he's trying to deny my healing. He needs to have another damage card in hand. Does he find another Remorseless Winter? Down with the ship? Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, more lifesteal. Damn it. I don't know what I can roll from this, but it needs to be like the nuts. In fact, I don't even think the nuts saves me right now. Oh, this Death Knight's giving me the smack. Luna? What can I even draw from my deck? I can draw plagues. I guess this clearing could maybe be good. Yeah, this isn't gonna win anymore. Damn. There's no way that I win against the Asalor there, unfortunately. And like I maybe could have like cleaned up a little bit, but it's like I have no more gas. Do I ever just keep the big in order to play it on 4? I don't think so. I don't think I like the idea of keeping it for that reason. But this into potentially finding Boogie down on 3 seems pretty good. This is why Vizier is the best Death Knight card and is a neutral. Yep, pretty much, right? Alright, secrets. Have to knock this out because I don't want him drawing anymore. But Naga Priest and I'll have to see if I can't optimize the Death Knight at all. Because I would like to try that deck. But let's get some wins with Paladins, restore our rank, and then maybe go up against like some more top decks to see how it actually performs. Because I would hate to just bully people to the lower ranks with it. Okay. Do this, go wide. Now we've got this plus this and these. Yeah, the synergies of this deck is actually kind of insane. I think the reason why I lost the previous game is because I didn't set up the Liadrin after the Crusader Aura. I tried to like stick a board and then get greedy with it, and I gotta make sure that I don't get greedy. Frozen Touch for no infuse. All right.
Repent. Too spicy.
I wonder if I'm playing too defensively here, but I really don't want him to draw the secrets, right? I hate secrets. Me and my homeboys, we all hate secret. But we're just gonna go for the board. I can play the matron or the matriarch next turn. Depending if he plays a secret or not, maybe I start with this. But he has a 0 mana secret he could be playing here. Boom, boom, and a boom. Hero power, knock this out, go face. Playing the secret, so I have to play around it. I have to start with this then.
A bit more spice over here.
Easier to drop less than staunch.
Too spicy.
It wouldn't be vicious, would it? Yeah, it's counterspell, it looks like. So I can waste the order in the court, play the hand of Adal. It looks like this is just gonna win, though. Like, we're just playing for stats. Rainbow is a meme, plus it has potential in good matchups, but it just loses to pure control or snake lock. I mean, I don't think it hard loses to snake lock right now. Like, remember, snake lock got patched today. Like, it's 6 mana now to play the snake. So the biggest thing about the snake that people have to realize is that you don't have 20 damage all in one turn anymore. And that was like the big reason why it was like unga bunga ridiculous. But yeah, against previous snake lock. Okay, this guy's all in on secrets. So this is just lethal, right? +6. Yeah, this is lethal. As long as that's not barrier.
Spicy. Too spicy.
Paladin decks are just never gonna be weak, dude. Like, they may not be top tier, but they certainly are not weak. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna be playing Snake right now. People are essentially just playing it because it was free ranks. But now that the deck is not free ranks, I don't think there's any, like, hardcore Snake Warlock, like, oh, I love this deck. I want more decks like it. It was just a wee bit ridiculous, honestly.
Glad you could make it.
I'm queuing into one at top 1k MMR. Really now? Someone's on some copium, am I right? I think someone might be on a little bit of copium. I'm shocked as you are, bro. Zeddy loves the snake deck. I should send him a DM of some snakes and see what he says. He would clearly love it, right? Like, who wouldn't? Who doesn't like the slippery little sneaks?
To drop
Oh shit. Kinda. Oh wait, I can deal with that. Ha ha ha! I can deal with that. Nice try, nerd. And I can do this where they have Taunt, Divine Shield, and Rush. I'm a snake. That's pretty much what we're talking about, Foxy. There was a slippery little snake that was ruling the meta, and they literally had to patch it in the first 3 days because it was that big of a problem. All right, so we can do this. Save the muster for later.
More spice over here.
Guess I'll just go ahead and just take the value trades. Like, we won the board. The only way that we lose the board is if he has the Prismatic. And hopefully I can throw out a muster for battle before that comes down.
Victory.
Yeah, dude, case in point. Well, welcome to Paladin Mirrors, bro. You can't throw out your Liadrin that early. Have I seen the evolution of Ogre Priest? You weren't here when I hit Legend yesterday. You weren't here when I hit Legend yesterday, Hardy. I ended up playing it. Oh, wait, you're talking about Ogre Heal Priest? Overheal Priest with Ogres. Is that actually good? Minion-based deck. What about control tools, though? Don't you want, like, AoEs and whatnot? My conspiracy theories are they intentionally made it overpowered because if they nerf it, you don't get a dust refund. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Because, if anything, it'll be like Wild Seeds, and you'll get your dust back on the Excavate cards themselves. So that way, if you crafted the deck, you can at least get your dust back. Have a good stream. Is there a way that you could check out my deck? I think it could be of interest to you. Go ahead and put the code in chat. I'll take a look at it. I'll play any deck once if I think it's got potential, but it's gotta have potential though. If you're just sending me a list of so many cards, I'm probably not gonna play it. Just kind of depends. All right, so we got the boogie down yet again, bro. Take a shot every single time this happens. It's just insane. You always have it as Paladin. This expansion doesn't have much to offer. I somewhat disagree with that. Again, I think it's too soon to say that. The new expansion is making an impact. It's just whether or not it's gonna have as big of an impact as like Titans did. Big Banter was playing it, definitely more tempo than controlled version of it. Banter was trying it? Ooh, okay. All right, maybe I gotta give it a whirl now. Maybe I gotta see how it does. Ogre Heal though. Yeah, send me some codes, guys. I'll take a look at the decks. See how they seem. So muster for battle, I don't really know if it's the play that I want to make here, because playing a bunch of 1/1s into the Gorgon is gonna kind of hit me. Here it is. All right, I'll take a look at it after this game. I mean, this deck just eats. If he plays one more minion, I can get away with a giant turn. And I can get away with a giant. Turn 4, 8/8, dude. What if I get the other giant? I didn't play her on the court, but let's see if the game feels like I did. Oh, God. Wait, can I actually play everything? I'll save this for this one. All right. Muster for battle into Sea Giant was probably the obvious play, but I like the idea of saving Muster for battle later. I might be able to use this into this. It's just unfortunately, if I had one more board, if he played one more minion, I could have played both giants. A second Ogre wait, Ogre DK? What is the reason to play Ogre DK? I have to know. Because we can't make copies. We can't make copies of the Kingpin. And I feel like that's 100% what you need to do if you're going to be playing a deck like that. Like, you have to make copies. Oh, perfection. Actually perfect. And now we have this to draw Prismatic Beam whenever we need it. Maybe I should have put this over here. Maybe I should have put this over here in order to protect like both of them. However, I wonder if this hunter deck is gonna cleave me. He's played the Beastal Madness. He's had the infuse happen now, but the minion's only so large, and so I could probably play the Biggin in order to try and protect these minions a little bit because they will have the Vine Shield. I have Countess on 7. I could easily play Order in the Court in order to find the beam if I need it. I think number 1 is just finding the Crusader Aura. Maybe that's the reason I play the Order in the Court. Prismatic Beam is gonna cost 3 mana, so we just 100% just draw it. All right, he has to play a Hollow Hound here. Keep on panning. Yeah, like panning, like the gold panner is actually a really good card. It's like I think it was supposed to like it's very similar to how Peasant was originally gonna be, right? But Peasant being a 1 mana draw a card at the end of your turn would have been disgustingly good. The only way to draw cards in Priest is to draw cards with Clergy and any aggressive deck. I can even play it in my Naga deck just for draw. Okay, so he did that, but that doesn't save you against the second beam. Giant me, dude! Giants! I love it when giants are playable.